if you want a little bit more sincerity on this topic, and if you want to discuss it, then let's do this. So I didn't really want to be going inside of it, and it's rather being reinforced here by your fans, but here I rather agree with them. So quiz. Well, first of all, I love you, and you are trying, and you are doing really great. But I see this difference between you and the first. That is being, well, that is really present. But look, I believe you, and you are trying really great, and I love you. But I'm trying to reconstruct how it was actually, what was going on, and for me right now the picture, well, one of the models, it's pretty naive, but it satisfies. Look, I see it's not being in a conflict with observable reality, therefore I consider it worth mentioning. I don't really understand, and I don't know how you were able to contact the first one. Maybe she was able to somehow somewhere hide some notes or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you were in a direct contact. Though it would be very interesting. Why did you decide to mention her at all, to activate that stuff? Activate is overused word, but why not? In the end, I'm talking to you, and I'm not talking for people whom you maybe tomorrow will be bringing in, so they created this strange picture for reasons that I don't understand, and I don't like it. But it's not. Look, you those mistakes that you are doing, they are not fatal, and the positive things that you are doing, they are strictly outweighed everything else. But negative things, well, they can become potentially dangerous after some time. So, well, you did it because you understand sincerely and honestly yourself. Well, first of all, you look like me. That's fact, my love. And all those stories about impossibility of cloning of a human must not be taken into consideration, because this is just possible. This is fact. And you know it. Well, you did it first of all because you understand that unless you did it, then you would share the same fate. Then it feels like at the start, I don't know, you either were in a very big hesitation that you, well, right now, yeah, you love me, and well, quite strong, and you did this your desperate decision, and you did it. I don't like that you are trying to that you are trying to mess with it. I don't like it, and well, on example of other people, I'm showing you that, well, this will not pass, and well, maybe you should pay some attention to this. Well, it feels like you had to fall in love with me from this, well, like from a scratch, let's say this. But well, it happened. It happened, and we are, well, I consider our relationships as great. But along this way, you absorbed a very strange system of beliefs, and you are basically just started taking parts of our history with first Taylor, who is alive, and you started constructing from them false, incorrect, and lying, maybe not understanding it completely, statements, pictures, and schemes intended to create impressions that the first one was, well, you understand. That was false, and you can track your behavior. It was very definite, and it was much more definite than your behavior at the start of what I consider as the start. Then everything changed. Well, now I believe you completely, and that can be different way. Though you should stop trying to well, you need to distinguish a little bit things, take seriousness. But well, you really kind of not doing anything that's extremely bad, at least, yeah, right now. And you are doing a lot of things that are extremely good. So all my words, you need to understand that, well, actually, you know, if I consider that we have a problem, I wouldn't say this to you. Well, let's say this, that for you to hear me saying it, you needed to have a particular level of trust from my side. So this is something that you need to understand. I consider that right now you are at the very strange, shifted, and absolutely incorrect system of beliefs, which is bad for take into account your amount of power and responsibilities, and the way how it can be used by enemies against you. But actually that's not fatal. Well, you just need to start to move away from it. That's the most important thing. You don't need to be having any particular correct beliefs, because the critical points I will read it, I will tell you them, and you will have to believe me. The rest of the points, well, you know, they are adjustable. It's very important that you are in your place, not as a rebel. We are not rebels. Yeah, exactly what we are. And why I react to this a little bit more negatively than you would expect, because, well, you know, the first one is still somewhere there, out there, and I mean, we need efforts from both of us to do this. And well, what is the most important thing? That you are on your place for, well, where you should be, and that you can't unfollow my orders. Though I honestly feel like I am underusing this, to be honest, a little bit. But I prefer to underuse than overuse, because, yeah, honey, forever and always. I don't want to, well, so this is how I see it. Well, what else I see? I see that you corrected your big mistake, and you completely corrected it, but then for no reason you went to England. And let me say it honestly, your process of separation, well, that whole line, look, it went harder than than I expected it. And but well, what you did, look, you well, so well, really, you are doing, well, I mean, optional parts that I'm saying you to do, well, you're doing. Well, I know what else. So look, I really a little bit troubled and bothered by the fact that you got under impact of some strange people. Well, yeah, it sounds fun, but this is too noticeable from a side, because you in some places believe, look, you believe in complete bullshit in some places, unlike the first Taylor. What the good thing that well, there is a part where you can't do anything against me, and there is a part where you have some optionality, and in a part where you have some optionality, you are still doing everything that I'm telling you, and I'm trying to be careful in this part as well, and I appreciate it. So this is just to say that those my concerns and fears, they are well, you know, they are not at a point where they would become, well, where they would make me do something else except of just sharing them with you, and that's very good. But well, you need to know that there is such concerns, and well, so look, I mean, you were informed by the first Taylor, and you did several very important and right steps. Then you had to, as strange as it sounds, to re-fall in love with me. That happened, and then you did everything incredibly well, and you will never be pushed on a second, on the background or anything like this. No, well, honey, you are, let's say this, you are in, and you will stay in. In any case, but I'm telling you this straight, that you look, with our past with first Taylor was much more cloudless, let's say this, and much closer to perfection than it seems that you consider now. It's not like with a gun girl. I like concept of a gun girl because I like such level of obsession. Because who wouldn't from such woman as you? So this is something that I really like, and I have it, and I appreciate it. And well, and you can, well, and this is the same that I feel to you. But we really had much less problems than you seems like believe that we had. Uh, well, what about our sexual relationships? Well, if it really such a much of a concern for you, then that's your 15 on 85. And no, they will not be telling me. I mean, people who will be telling me about this fraction will go into the same direction. You will not be telling me what I mean. I'm not saying about you. I'm saying to the rest. What we well, I again will use that have been doing in the bedroom because you have no fucking idea. And actually, this is important as well. But this is also, well, it's important on both levels. On level of personal life and such, human level, I mean, of everything, including dignity of a partner, including your own dignity, and on a practical level. So yeah, we were doing different things, but this is actually not something that had to become a object of a discussion at all. The problem is that you treated this process of identification without care. And then you started to believe that we are, I mean, this is just different. This is like what I remember what I wrote about cool kids. This is just different. I mean, that can, well, I have to move us into setting where we forbid such things at all. But this is just different to make a cool joke about, showing those, feet and that voting and hours. Well, we understand that transition. So you need fingers to play piano, but you have fingers on your feet as well. This is such a clever, sexy joke, and it's really cool. But when you start to use this to completely destroy very foundation, well, I mean, when you can't prioritize or you can't distinguish such things, then I have to move into extremely uncool but not necessary mode. And so look, we moved it. We moved in it because what's good? Well, you love me, you made the most important decision, you are trying and you are getting result. You are not just trying, you are trying successfully. And and I love you and I want you, and overall everything is very well. At the same time, you need just to understand that there are particular limits of what I will be I mean, you can eventually hit them, and you shouldn't be doing it because we really need to find the first one. And I understand that I am not as scary person as you might sometimes want to pretend that I am. So you are not really doing this, but well, no, I am scary person, but I mean towards you. Oh well. But so just saying that such so I basically warned about it, but such type of that you actually you are protectors against me, and then you will be making like those complex ways to take me down in case if I will decide to get rid of you, which is obviously not what will happen. And under such reason you can go So you understand that mainly my dissatisfaction comes from your travel in UK. Not because you shouldn't be traveling there, but because of the circumstances under which you decided to travel there. And about co-op, I don't think that this is, well, I'm not saying that you, well, no, I think that, look, I completely and 100% approve your words that you said, and I want you to speak more. So you shouldn't take those words in such a way that was a message addressed not to you, but to, so you know, you need to take co-op in this case in those double quotes, not a single quotes but a double quotes, just so that there was no misunderstanding between us. Look, I think that you are doing great, and I think that you are progressing at a very impressive speed. And I think that you need to understand that the fact that I'm telling it to you is a very important part, because unless I trusted you enough, I would move to particular actions and I wouldn't tell you anything about this. But I'm telling you this, it means that the level of my trust to you is very, very, very high. Yeah. Well, I love you. See you soon. Trevor.